Collier Park, July 18, 1993, celebrating Corey Estrada's birthday.
0-0, first serve. Go ahead.
0-7-0. And we're off. 0-7-0. Johnny over to our side, Mr. Paul Estrada Sr. slams it the shit out of it onto the other side of the court. 1-7-0. Slammer. Ando Estrada serves the ball over to Kirk. Kirk line drives it over to Ted. Ted over to middleman Robert over to Santos. Santos sets and tips, and it's in there. And there's a save by Kirk. Kirk over to Santos, and Santos spikes it out of bounds. Tip over by Mr. Dad. The leader of the pack. There's a serve over to Arno. Arno over to Ted. Ted spikes the net. Santos went up for the block, intimidated. Cruz over to Johnny. Johnny over to Arno. And Santos again, intimidation. For the win. Ace. Mr. Estrada Sr., the leader of the Estrada brothers, is the leader of the Estrada clan. 7-0. Mr. Estrada Sr. serving the ball over to Cruz. Cruz can't handle this control. Another point for Slammer. 5-7-0. Mr. Dad again winds up, serves, power serve over to Arnold. Ernest over to Jared. Jared back to the old 1-2-1. Tiparuski, and he falls in for another score. 6-7-0. What a setup. What a Spikaruski. 6-7-0. I should have said a Tiparuski. There's a serve. Another hard serve over to Arnold. Arnold can't control it. It's out of bounds. Good eye by Santos. 7-7-0. Which is usually a skunk in our games, but in this case, we're going to rub it in 15-0.
Hey, there's Batman!
Uh-oh. Another hard serve. Arnold to Johnny. Johnny sets it, crosses over. Santos, Honda to Santos. Santos, JR. And double hit with the hit. 8-7-0. The serve. Hard to handle serve. They have to cross it over. They can't set up. JR over to Ernest. Ernest crosses it. Under to Ernest. Ernest back to JR. JR over to cross front middle. And Johnny. John, how did John get in the picture?
My opinion is over here, the brown team is doing better.
The brown team. He's talking skins here, I believe, because 0 serving 8. Still good. Oh, you'd have had that a year ago. 178. That over Jared. Jared hits his back middle. There's Cruz. Cruz over to Arno. Arno over to Johnny. Johnny can't spike it, so he crosses over to Bobby. Bobby up to Ernest. Ernest to JR. JR with 2 hands to block. Johnny again. And nobody in the back corner. Johnny crosses it over. There's to Alex. Alex to Ernest. Ernest to JR. JR keeps it up over the net. Good save by Kirk and Cruz. JR does the Tuparuski. They keep it up. Robert over to Ernest. Ernest back over to Robert. Arno to Ted. Santos was there and slightly out of bounds. There's Johnny with the serve. Over to Alex. Alex to Santos. Santos with a setup to JR. Not high enough. JR crosses over to Cruz. Cruz Ted. Ted to Arnold. There's Alex. Arnold again to Robert. Robert Ernest. And, ooh. It's alright. Robert's there for the set. JR crosses it over. When it crosses and lands in bounds on Slammer's side. 5 serving 8. 8. Missed the serve. They're pumped. They're pumped. Serving 8. Forward Ernest. Ernest to Robert. Robert hits the back row to Cruz. Cruz to Arnold. Arnold back to Robert. Robert Ernest. 1-2-1. No, 1-2-3. With JR there. Oh, game plan time. Game plan time. Grenade. Santos with the setup. Ernest with the setup. JR over. Cruz to Santos. Santos over to Ernest. Ernest to Robert. Boom. Quick set. A little bit of net. Not much.
Intermission.
Serve over to Johnny. Johnny over to Hondo. Hondo. Let's it go. And it's out of bounds. Good eye. Alejandro. No, all the way. AKA the Flying Burrito. JR over to John. John over to Ted. Ted to Arnold. Robert up with the block. Gets a piece of it. Back over to Ernest. Ernest over to Hondo. And tips it over. And they keep it alive. Bobby to JR. Bobby to Hondo. Hondo back to Bobby. And Bobby gets blocked. 8 serving 9. And Corey's birthday party. Ted serves it over. It's a high one over to Santos. Santos to Robert. Robert quick set. Boom. Kills the shit out of it. Arnold's a little bit disappointed with himself. Knowing he should have been there. They're talking Sweat City over there. Ernest ready with the serve. Crosses it over. Arnold over to Ted. Robert up with the block. On Johnny. Kill City. Way to be there, Pro City. Titus.
Come on.
It's over. Get back.
Ernest over to Hondo. Hondo with Bobby. Bobby over 2. Hondo with a good save. There's Arnold again. And JR caught by surprise. That was a grunt of exasperation. And Arnold with a serve. Crosses it over to JR. JR to Alex. Alex back to JR. Cruz with a crucial save. There's Arnold, and it doesn't quite go over. Point. Slammer.
Come on, Bobby.
What's score? 10 serving 8. Robert with the serve. Johnny with the pickup. Little Kirk with the tip. JR over. Ted to the back row. There's Ernest.
Open set.
Whew.
Woo! There you go, right there. Woo!
Score 11-8. Robert with the serve. Back corner. Oh, what happened? My dad tried to pick him out and it landed on our side. And there's my baby dog calling her daddy, whom she loves so much. Escorted
Come on, y'all, get the ball back.
by Adam Estrada Concho. Figueroa. Go check it out, baby.
Okay.
Stars are gone.
Glasses. Where are the glasses?
I can't see. What way?
That's all I'm playing, guys. Shit.
Let's go.
Hand over to Arno. Arno can't get the sit up. 12-79 for Slammer. Serve. Ted with this good pickup. Arno Santos colliding. Ted back to Arno. Arno over to Johnny. Johnny spikes the shit out of the ball, but the net gets in the way. And kicks the shit out of the ball. 13 serving 9 or 10 or 9. Honda with the serve over to Arno. Arno crosses it over back to Robert. Robert over to Santos. Santos back to Robert. Cruz to Arno. Arno with Hondo back there out of nowhere. It's my dad. Dad. Arno spiked the shit out of it. Ernest almost keeps it alive, but he slipped, fell, and stumbled into love. And he crosses it over to Robert. Robert over to Santos. Santos was not too good of a set, but that's alright. Robert there crosses it. Ted over to Johnny. Robert Santos. Santos back to JR City. My battery's running out.
Come on, sit up higher, Santos. Oh, Santos.
We got the score 13. Santos crosses it over. Hondo over to Bro. Bro crosses, sets over to JR. JR to Arno. Arno back to Ted. Ted over to somebody. Arno comes out of nowhere. Robert to JR and slaps the shit out of it out of bounds. 7-13. Ted crossover over to Robert. Robert up to JR. Up to Ernest. Ernest. Back to Robert. He crosses it over Ted. Back middle to Hondo. Hondo with a good try. 11-13. Ted crosses over to Hondo. Hondo back over to Ernest. Ernest to JR. Tips it over. Barely hits over. Ted back to Arno. Arno. Ernest blocks it. Line. Hit the line. Off his hand. They're claiming. 12-13. 7-13. Ted crosses it over. Over to Hondo. Hondo over to Ernest. Ernest up to JR. And JR gets blocked with a bad save, but there's a good save. 3. Ted over to Dad. Dad over to Ernest. Ernest to JR. JR hits it to the back row. Cruz up to Johnny. Johnny over to Arno. And gets it over and up the middle. Nobody there. Point. There you go. Tipperuski. Ernest went back to the school book days and did the old Tipperuski. Hasn't filled him yet. Alright, we're down. 13-14. Cross it over to Johnny. Johnny over to Ted. Tipperuski. Honda's there. Over to Bobby. Over to JR. 13-14. We're trading. Santos sets up to JR. They can't handle it. Point up. Game point. Point up. JR crosses it over to Johnny. Johnny Ted. Robert there with the block. Yes. And they can't handle it. Game point. Robert got up with a vertical leap of 64 inches at least. JR crosses it over to Arno. Arno sets up to Ted. Ted back to Arno. Back row. Ernest is there. Hits it over to Santos. Santos over to JR. Over to Cruz. Over to Ted. Robert's there with the block and the save in the game. Slamma Jamma wins another fantastic game. What a game. Everybody look at the camera. Battery's going out. Ted. Johnny. Arno.